All right, we're back with another LEGO review. It's another Ninjago set. It is set number 71746, the Jungle Dragon. It's an 8+ set with 506 pieces. It also includes 4 minifigs and, of course, the dragon, and a little side build here as well. Now, my son and I did watch this section, this series on Ninjago about 2 months ago, maybe. So it's not completely fresh in my head. We kind of started in the wrong area, and we watched certain seasons, and then now we're back at the beginning, and we're on like season 5, and something like that, 4 or 5. And so, but I do have all the names. So we have Island Zane, Island Lloyd, the Thunder Keeper, which is the guy with the mask, and then we have, and I might say this wrong, Polaric, or Paul Eric. No, Polaric is what I'm going to say. So let's go over them really quick. I always like to, not always, but this is all the extra pieces you get in that set, which is nice that you get some of these weapons, swords, and some other cool things here. But that's the extra pieces. Okay, let's go back. So, let's talk about Zane first. Island Zane, really cool looking armor. He does have one of the, and I forget what they're called exactly, but one of the doohickeys they need to awaken Mojira, the water dragon. So he does have one of them on him. Really cool looking minifig. He doesn't have a rear face other than, you know, the back of his head there. No like hood, just his hairpiece. He has a crossbow, a bow and arrow. More arrows in the quiver back there. Really good looking fig. There is some stuff on the back there that's going to be covered up by your quiver anyways. He has a mask on. You can obviously take it off if you want to expose it. Looks really good, I think. I'm really happy about this fig. Great looking fig. I like the jungle versions of these guys. And here's Jungle Lloyd. Looking really, really good. Let's get that into better focus there. There we go. Got some face paint on. He has a bone. He has one sword with this little doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And then just a really good looking armor. His jungle armor there. Jungle drab. And nothing on the side. He does have some more markings on the back. He has a sheath for his sword. Another sword, if I can get it back in there. So it looks really good. He does also have he does have a rear face. More of an angry, determined look, but he still has that face painting. So then he has his hairpiece with his headband, his green headband, looking really good there. Love this figure. Love both those figures. Let's set them here. Now we're going to come to the Thunder Keeper. There he is. He does have a face underneath. He does not have anything on the, well, he does have something on the back, some markings, but no second face, and that's okay. He has this mask he wears, which looks really good, I think. Got some detail on the back. Really good looking. He has this white pike or spear. And I'm just going to take this off so we can see that front really good there. All the markings. Of course, we have some on the back, too. Looks really, really good. And then we're going to come to Polaric. And he's interesting. He's unique because he has 2 heads, one on top of the other, with some different facial expressions. The happy one is the same face and head that this guy has. And then we have the body, and you'll notice that they are the same all the way through. Except for he has 2 heads and some different weapons. So he has these, I don't even know what you'd call them, but these claws here for weapons. He does have this hairpiece. This is rubbery. These claws are as well. There's the back. Some different coloring in the markings on the head. There's like a lower part of a bandana here to separate the 2 heads. Looks really good, I think. And so let's get on to the side build. Little thing here that you know, maybe Zane might be able to ride. You can, what I would do actually is probably ditch the thing here and probably have him up here like this. Something like that. Maybe turn his head. You know, have a little fun with it. It's hard to turn his head because, you know, you got the mask. It's not going to. But anyways, this is neat. I think it's fine. You know, nothing too crazy. They're a nice little staff here. They have some swords on the bottom. Oops, and looks pretty simple. Thrusters, I guess. Sorry. Wow. It does have some stud shooters, the older style, and they shoot just like they should. That one's gone forever. No, it's on the floor. I'll step on it in about in about 20 minutes here, and it'll feel great. And of course, there's two of them. That one's also on the floor. That's good. Actually, I think that one just went into the heater vent. It hit it. I don't know if it went down it, but I'll be right. So yeah, pretty simple there. One thing I will say, I said they were the old stud shooters. This set actually came out back in, what year was it? It has it on the box. They always have it on the box, and I'm just drawing a blank right now, and I looked at it a few days ago. Okay, it says 2021. I thought it was longer ago than that, but it says 2021. This set has now been retired. It's July of 2023, and that makes sense, actually, that it came out in 21 and retired at the end of 22, because sometimes that's, the life of a Lego set. This was like a relatively inexpensive. It's 506 pieces. I think the cheapest I saw it for was like $30 at Target, and I never bought it. I just kept passing it up. I liked the design of it, and I really wanted to get it. My son Aiden wasn't into Ninjago yet, and I thought about getting it, and I just held off, and I held off too long. I ended up paying, I think, $50 for it, just like last week. And I only see it going up from here. So, and the only way I could get it was like off of Bricklink or eBay or Mercari or something like that. And so yeah, it's been out for a while and retired, and I had to pay extra for it, which kind of stinks. But it is what it is. I got it before it went up because I only saw it going up, and so I think I made the right decision. I don't think it would have gone down. I'm glad I got it, and I'll get into why. So we have our 4 figs, and then we have and our side build, of course, and then the dragon. Now I will say I built probably 7 or 8 Ninjago dragons by now. This is my favorite so far. Zoom out a little bit. Ignore the Lego hospital right over there. That's not part of it, I promise. The reason this is my favorite, first of all, I just like the color scheme in general. I also like that it's not a huge dragon like some of the dragons they have. So it takes up a little less room. But it has a lot of points of articulation, little chain there. The head does have a lot of articulation in it. Some of them don't articulate at all. Some of them, the heads don't move. They're just like this. They're stock. And it's okay. These dragons and similar creatures, because they're not all dragons, like there's a minotaur and everything, they're hard to design. And sometimes they can only do so much. But when they can make a head fully articulating, and also the legs and tail and everything like that, and wings, I'm excited. So it can turn side to side. You see there's 2 ball joints, 1, 2. There's 2. So you can go up like this. He's got this tongue kind of sticking out. If you don't like that, you could definitely, because he's kind of like in the show, he was kind of doopy is the word I was looking for. He was just kind of, like that. And, but I kind of liked his personality in the show too. But you can close it. You can definitely take that tongue out to give him a little bit more of a fierce look. That's totally up to you. But he turns his head a lot. You can turn it way more than you want to. You really want to keep that looking up probably. But that's really awesome. Let's go to the next thing, which is the front legs. And they articulate this way. They can articulate, oops, of course I would, that way. Let's just put that back on. I just was putting a lot of stress on them too. But yeah, they articulate here. I mean, like the shoulder, they articulate at. I'm going to just do this. Oh. All right. So, yeah, they articulate at the shoulder and at the wrist. Not at the elbow, but that's okay. And then obviously even the claws, the fingers, so to speak, articulate. And so you can get a lot of posability. I kind of like this real low look, but you can go up a little higher too with it. Just kind of put that pops off. That always happens on sets that have those. There's not much holding them on. You can get them up real high like that. If you go to the back legs here, similar. They go back, and I just broke something off again. Man, I am just striking out tonight. That goes right there. back and forth, in and out, and then not at the knee, but at the ankle, and then again at the claws. Lots of things to pose, and it's obviously going to be the same on the other side. Coming to the wings, they have a lot of movement as well. Not as much. If you look here, they are on some ball joints, but they do have this piece here that kind of blocks some of their movement. So I have them like this, almost like a flying mode. I don't believe we ever saw this dragon fly. I think he just jumped, but I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It was a while ago that we watched this, and we've watched a lot of episodes, plus had a birth of a newborn, and I'm tired and I can't remember. But if you don't like that, you can lower them. You can even tuck them in real close to the body, just like I have there. You can tuck them in. And then you can even, do this with them, whatever you want. They do have a good range of motion. They do get blocked a little bit by this piece here. But overall, they have a lot of movement too. And as you can see, they're just kind of these blades, 6 of them all together. We have a seat for our rider, which would be Lloyd. He'll fit in there. That's a real nice seat, by the way. A lot of these dragons just have like early on you build this. I literally thought he would just sit there. And then all of a sudden we built this. And there we go. And it's just real nice. It's a nice little seat. And then it's a little weird. You build this part early. You build like this section of the dragon and then this section of the dragon. And it is weird seeing it like bent like that, and it doesn't bend at all, and that's okay because it ends up working out really good in the end, I think. Let's come back to the tail. The tail has multiple segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all can move, and I'll show you the mechanism here. Now, one thing I'll say is that while it does have a lot of movement, and that's fun and all, it doesn't have a lot of posability, because let's say you want to put it on the shelf like this, that's fine, you can do that. Or this, that's fine, you can do that. But what if you want it straight back? Well, okay, I kind of got it there, but eventually it's going to go to that side, or one side. Let's say you want it kind of like this. Well, it's just not going to work. Now, you could rig it to work. You could take off certain pieces here and add pieces to make it work. You could add hinge pieces, probably. You'd have to kind of get a little creative, but you definitely could make it work. But honestly, I think it looks fine. I mean, the look of these in between there doesn't look amazing, but I think it's okay. I really like this dragon. It has a lot of points of articulation. He has become my favorite dragon. I like the color scheme as well. I just can't really complain about it. Again, maybe the biggest complaint is the tail. We moved it. We were playing with it a little bit, my son and I, and nothing really broke off. Nothing broke off until I started messing with it for this video, where these do fall off pretty easily, but they're actually pretty sturdy. If you're putting a lot of pressure on them, they'll fall off. I just broke off this shoulder piece right here. Right now, they seem pretty sturdy, but I'm sure if you hit it just right like that, they'll come off. So it's pretty sturdy too. Oops, I broke that one off. Pretty sturdy overall. Yeah, I'm going to go on a limb and say this is my favorite dragon. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. I love the dragon. I love the figs it comes with. The price point when it was out was good. It's retired now. But if you can get this, I saw one for $16. It was built, and they were just, I think they didn't want to sell it off. They said it's built, all the pieces are there, all the stickers. They didn't put the stickers on, but they were including the sticker sheet. Yeah, if you can find it for that, I wish I had bought it. But I ended up not buying from that seller. It was on Bricklink. They didn't have, they only had a couple reviews. They were all good, but I wasn't, too sure about it. But the point is, if you can find it pretty cheap and you've been eyeing it, now's the time to get it, in my opinion, because I just think it's going to go up in price. It's a nice dragon. It's a good dragon. He looks really cool, I think. And again, that's just an opinion, but he does have a lot of points of articulation, more than most of the dragons and other creatures for Ninjago that we have built. And that makes him, and he's more sturdy in my opinion too. That makes him so far the best dragon we built. I mean, we have a few others sitting here next to me. We have like the water dragon, Wojira, that we have to build. I'll just put that one up here. We have to build that one. That one I've read is pretty good too. I'm actually going to probably build that in the next day or two. We have a couple others just kind of chilling around. I don't think you can go wrong with it. So if you've been eyeing it, now's the time before it goes up in price. Maybe they'll re-release it someday, but all right. Well, please comment if you disagree, and if you agree, let me know you agree, or whatever. I don't care. All right, thanks everybody for watching. I'm going to let my son enjoy this dragon now, and hopefully it doesn't get too beat up, because I think I'd like to display it. Kind of want to get a second one. All right, maybe I'll keep an eye out for one. All right, thanks everybody. Bye.